If you've been in business for a while, you may find what I'm about to say next all too familiar. You started your business with a dream and a vision to have wealth and freedom. You worked hard for years and maybe you're making money, but you don't have the freedom. Or maybe you have the freedom, but you're just not making the money. And you feel like you're stuck in this never-ending cycle of work that basically, let's face it just doesn't work. You go to the office, then you come home, you say hi to your family, maybe eat dinner, and then you go to bed. And your mind is constantly occupied with thoughts about your clients, business, and stresses in your life. Well, now you're not able to separate your work from your personal life. And everybody is coming to you with their problems and expecting you to have all the solutions. Yeah, sure, maybe you get a few weeks of vacation a year to do whatever you want, but come on, let's be honest. Your mind is completely preoccupied with outstanding tasks that have still yet to be completed. And let's be honest, you're scared to actually come back from vacation because you know what is waiting for you is just a pile of headache, problems, and emails. And deep down, you know that this is not what owning a business is supposed to be like. Now, you may be wondering to yourself, how do I know this about you? Well, that's because not so long ago, I was in a similar position also. I started a property management company and I did not know what I was doing. I kept stepping in and I was trying to do everyone's job for them. And I found myself working 60 to 80 hours a week, and I wasn't making any progress at all. See, I didn't establish roles and duties, and because of that, I created a lot of chaos in the business because nobody really knew what their roles and responsibilities were. Now, on top of that, I had no idea how to market. I didn't understand who the target client was, and I was wasting not only time, but a lot of money just getting the wrong clients. And I was feeling worn out, I was feeling beat up, and then I started to doubt my own ability. I started to have thoughts on whether or not I should just quit, call it a day, and go back and just get this safe, secure job. I felt like I was living a nightmare that I was never going to wake up from. And not only was this affecting me, but it was also affecting the people around me. My business partner, he was maxed out and he was getting very frustrated. And because I was working so many hours, well, it started taking a toll on my relationship with my wife. I knew that something had to be done because if not, I wouldn't only lose my business, but most likely I would lose the most important people around me. Now, luckily, I went to an event and there was this guy on stage who was speaking on all of the problems that business owners go through. I gotta tell you though, it was as if he was speaking directly to me because everything that this guy was saying was a problem that we were having in our business. So I set up a meeting to talk with him and I explained my situation. And then he told me, he said, Steve, yeah, you do have a business and it actually could be very successful. But with the current skills that I had, I probably would be bankrupt and out of business in 6 months if I didn't drastically change certain things that I was doing wrong. Now, I have to be honest with you, I didn't have the money to afford him, but I also know that I didn't have the money to not afford him. So I hired him right there on the spot. Now, after hiring him, our business did actually start to change because he taught me things of the fundamentals of running a business. He taught me how to think like a business owner. He taught me how to talk like a business owner. And more importantly, he taught me how to act like a business owner. See, I thought I was a business owner that was running a business, but this whole time, in reality, I really was just self-employed and I had a job and it was sucking the time and my life right out of me. In a short amount of time, the headaches and the problems started to disappear. We went from losing money to making a multi-7 figures a year in revenue. We actually won national award for best marketing in North America. And we were recognized as one of the fastest growing companies in the state of Texas in our industry. See, I went from having a job that was losing money to a business that was now running without me or any of my involvement. But the most impressive thing about this whole story is not how I turned my life and my business around, but it's actually how I'm now able to show people what I've learned over the last decade to change not only their business, but more importantly, their lives. Take Sean Marie, for example. Now, when I met her, she was running a fencing company that was doing about $3 million a year in revenue. But you know what? She was miserable and she was wanting to know how she could basically shut the company down because she was working 60 plus hours a week. And honestly, it was eating into her time and her freedom and there was no end in sight. Within 1 year of us working together, she's now doing $6 million annually and she's working less than ever before. She's actually taking more vacations, and she's finally having the time and freedom that she had always dreamed of. And there's Chris, who now owns a construction company in multiple states, and he is growing exponentially. Now, he went from owning a very small property management company that was not growing and it was not making any type of profit, to now focusing on creating a construction company so that he could service his own business as well as many others in his local area of Seattle, Washington. And then, after long discussions, we decided it was best that he actually sell the property management company and focus on the money-making construction business and give that his full focus and his full attention. Now, since then, he's actually set up a second location in Houston, Texas, along with now he's eyeing new cities to grow and expand. Now, by using the systems and procedures that I helped him implement, it has now allowed his business to run on autopilot, and it now grows without him, and it's now giving him more time to spend with his loved ones. So again, if you're in business and you feel like that business that you created is now basically running you, and let's face it, if you're sick and tired of just being sick and tired, and you want to go from working in the business to finally working on the business, and you want to create that time freedom that you've always wanted, if you're serious and not just curious about learning how to put your business on autopilot, why don't you just click the button below and let's have a simple conversation to see if you would be a good fit for the 2-day business summit. Now, at this summit, you're going to learn the following things. First, you're going to learn the fundamentals of monetization. I'm going to teach you how to get the right clients to buy from you, how to keep getting them to buy from you over and over again, and to bring in more referrals with those people. You'll also learn how to systemize your business. We'll show you how to go from chaos to control, and you will be given the tools and the techniques that are needed to be able to step away from your business and actually have it grow without you. And last but not least, we're going to give you the blueprint to a scalable business. Now, the truth is, many people don't know how to scale. And you know what? We don't want that to be you. I'll be going step by step on how I scaled my business that was actually losing money and it was headed towards bankruptcy to a multi-million-dollar exit, and how you can too. Now, spots are limited, so click on that button and let's have a simple conversation with someone on our team just to see if this 2-day business summit is going to be right for you.